not just about preparing for the World Championships and Olympics anymore?
Yeah, I mean, for the longest time, our sport has been very Olympic and World Championship focused, and that is incredible. It's an incredible feeling to put on your country's kit. But there's a lot of time in between where, you're not sure what really matters and what doesn't. And this steps in really nicely because all of these races matter. There's something on the line every time. And I'm up against really good competition. There's lots of medalists in the field. There's former, world champions in the field. There's, record holders in the field. It's really, really good. So it gives you 4 things each year to look forward to. And, every other sport that captures the public eye has consistent events throughout the year and not just one. So it's great. And as an athlete, I want to race, and I want to race the best people, and I want to beat the best people. And if I can do that consistently 4 times a year rather than once a year, it's great because sometimes something goes wrong. Sometimes you're sick. Sometimes you just make a mistake. You get another shot in a month, so it's good.
Do you think there's a possibility athletes will just stop caring about the World Championships and Olympics if this event continues? Or do you think those events will still always be relevant?
It's certainly possible. I think it'll always be semi-relevant. I think the Olympics should always stay pretty sacred in our sport. The Olympics I think that should always be put on a pedestal once every 4 years. The World Championships, they're only every other year, and then there's just time in between. World Championships are in September this year, so you have tons of time where it's like, if you're from a country that maybe isn't super competitive, where it's really easy to make the team, what do you do all year? You're focusing for one race. It's way more fun to have multiple opportunities, so I think it'll take a little time for this to become way more important than the World Championship, that people start skipping the World Championship. But I think there's plenty of space for people to do both and excel at both.
How are the conditions for you out there today?
It was pretty windy. It was warm, but the wind kind of cooled you down. But it was windy, and I have a lot of respect for those guys that went for it. And that's a hard pace to just hammer away at the front. And that was in my mind. I saw those guys go, and I saw who it was, and I had already done the math, and I was like, wait a second. I don't need to beat those guys. I need to beat these guys. And nobody that I needed to really beat went. So, the math checked out, and I thought if I went out there and hammered against the wind with them, there's just a decent chance that I blew up. And if I stayed with the pack, I was really confident that I could outkick everybody in the pack. And if I did that, the math checked out that I would still win. So the overall win was there.
So obviously that makes sense for you, but in terms of the sport, they're seeing Gebrewet, and they've got the Olympic, double Olympic bronze medalist here in the race, and you guys really, you're not really racing them head to head there. Do you think that's kind of a negative, a drawback to this format?
It could be a negative, but I'm here to win, so that's my job, and that was my highest percentage chance of winning in my mind. So that's what I did. I executed, and I got the win. So if people want a different outcome in the race, they need to beat me in the first one.
All right, thanks, Brian.
Thanks, guys.